Hello friends, welcome back to my garden. It is absolutely flourishing from all of the rain that we had a few days ago now. We got a good amount of rain here. I'm not exactly sure how much we got, but it's around 20 or so mils, and it was very welcomed into the garden. I'll tell you, it has been such a dry summer and beginning of autumn, and I'm really hoping for more rain to come, but everything has just grown so much since I planted it. It's the 1st of May today, and I'm really excited with the amount of growth because last year in April it got cold, and then it just kept getting cold and went into sort of an earlier winter than we were sort of expecting. This year, however, the sunshine and the temperatures have just been that much higher. We haven't yet had a frost, whereas in April last year we already had a couple of frosts. So it looks like finally perhaps we will be getting some frosty mornings later this week. But the weather forecast keeps changing, and what was going to be a 3-degree night or a low of 3 degrees is now looking like a 4 or 5 degree night. Now, for us here, when it says 3 degrees, I generally think, out here where we are, 0 is where it's probably going to hit, and we will get a frost when they're predicting about a 3-degree low in the night, and we generally will get a frost when the prediction is 3 degrees. But yeah, so far we have not had a frost, and it's been a very sunny April and very welcome indeed. And the 1st of May is just a gorgeous day. There is a bit of a breeze, which does bring a bit of a chill factor, and of course I've got one of my jumpers on just to keep me warm. But look at this lettuce. This lettuce is just loving all that sunshine. All the brassicas are growing inches and inches. It's just amazing how much growth these plants are putting on. I've got quite a bit of weeding to do and quite a bit of transplanting to do as well. I've got a lot of leeks coming up. I've got a lot of lettuces coming up too, and I've also got weeds coming up as well. Some of the weeds are welcome, some of them aren't, especially the grasses. They are not welcome in the garden because they will just take over. So I'm just trying to pull out or transplant the seedlings around these plants that are established now. I've also still got chilies growing, and they've got more flowers on these plants. I've dug out some old chilies that were down over there, and I've got eggplants here as well, but they will just die in the first frost. So I'm going to be harvesting the rest of these chilies today because I reckon there could be a frost tonight if the temperatures get as low as they predicted earlier in the week. We've still got lots of tomatoes coming up, but of course these will die in the first snap of frost that we get. And I've got loads and loads of fennels coming up as well. I'm basically pulling out most of the fennel, but I'm planning to transplant a few of them into the row in the middle here and see how they go. So one of the jobs I'm doing today is just weeding through, and I'm going to start preparing some sites for some of these seedlings to be transplanted to. And I've also been replenishing the soils. So I've been putting quite a bit of dolomite or gypsum. I'm not sure what's in my big bucket over there, but one of the bags was breaking, so I popped it into there. But what I want is to get more calcium into the soil to replenish it, because the plants continually take the calcium out of the soil, and each spring and autumn I'm replenishing that calcium back into the soil. You can also grind up eggshells as well and sprinkle those into the ground. However, they will take a little bit longer to get into the soil and transfer their nutrients into the ground for the plants to pull up that nutrients. So I do like to pop a bit of gypsum or dolomite, a little bit of lime if I'm doing dolomite, just to balance out. But gypsum is good if you have that. And as you can see, these plants are really healthy. This tells me that the soil is healthy as well. Yes, I am netting my beds at the moment. I haven't actually seen any cabbage moths around. I'm not netting because of that reason. I'm netting because my chickens were getting into my garden and they demolished some of my seedlings at the start of the autumn planting season. So I'm trying to keep the netting over, and my dogs have been running through the beds as well. So the netting sort of distracts them a bit from running over. However, they have decided that it doesn't matter if the netting's there or not. They're going to run over the garden, and they've broken a few branches off the brassicas. But yeah, everything's looking really healthy. There are a few little holes in some of the leaves of these broccolis here, but I think that is more the damage from my dogs or the chickens rather than insects. There are a lot of calendulas coming up, which is fantastic, but I don't need a million calendula plants, so I'm also pulling these ones out. I've got some beautiful baby spinach leaves coming up. I sprinkled these seeds in not long ago. I'll have to look up the date and I'll put it on the screen right now. But I sprinkled through some seeds of spinach and swede and carrots, and what else did I do? Beetroot as well. And they're all coming up really strongly, except the carrots. The carrots are quite sparse. I think it was older seed that I used. So yeah, I'm going to re-sow in some carrots there, although I have to have a look and see whether it's still okay to plant carrot seeds. And I will be coming out with my monthly What to Sow Now in Cool Regions of Australia video very soon. Yeah, and let you know what I'm going to be sowing and planting this month. But I'm really pleased to see how these are coming up. I'm harvesting lots of things from the garden now. I've got heaps of coriander coming up. I've got spinach, lettuce. I've got brassica leaves that I can pop into things because I like to take off the lower leaves before they get, yellow and lose their nutrients, and just keep everything, up off the ground. Like this is just one that was sitting on the ground at the base of the plant. So I like to trim those out. See, this one's starting to get some yellow lines in them, and this shows me that this one's starting to lose its nutrients. The leaves are only meant to live, for so long, and then they start to discolor, and the insects also like them at that stage because they're getting drained of their calcium levels and other nutrient levels. So my kids and I have been working quite hard in the garden on the weekends. We've been cutting out all the summer crop and preparing the beds for the winter crop to go in, and it feels really great. I love the clean slate. I love starting over again and reflecting on, how wonderful it was this season, this growing season that has passed, and looking forward to the cooler growing season and what that brings. It's definitely a lovelier time for me to be in the garden. I love these cooler days, but the sunshine that we get up here is just gorgeous, glorious sunshine. And the sky is just so lovely and blue, and it just feels really comfortable to be out here, moving my body, digging up things, walking around the property, checking on the animals, rather than sweating it out in the massive heat. It is definitely a beautiful time of year. I do love autumn. It is a special time. So this is veg patch 3, and there's still some potatoes through the middle here that need to be harvested. There are also nasturtiums that are still going strong, and I wouldn't mind harvesting some of the nasturtium before the frosts come and completely kill the nasturtium plants. And I've got so much calendula coming up here. I've just taken the netting off, and I'm going to work my way through this row here and just make sure that these plants are going to be able to get all the attention, and just making sure that all these plants don't have other plants next to them competing with them. So I'm just going to work through here. I've got some beautiful calendula growing up in here, which makes it's sort of big and it makes it hard to put the netting over. I'm going to harvest some of that calendula as well. I've been making my calendula balm. If you're interested, I make all these herbal balms, which I then sell as well. I will put my website down below. But yeah, I've been making balms, and it's just been really a nice cozy feeling of getting back to making all of those things, because the nights are darker now, and I come inside and I start a fire, and it just feels really, really nice and cozy. Well, I've harvested the last of the potatoes, and this is good because I am tallying up everything that I have grown this growing season, summer season, and I will be doing a video soon to show you everything and talk to you about the difference between this year and last year. I'm really excited to do this again for the winter crop. I have not yet weighed the winter crop before, so yeah, I will be giving it a go. My winter crop last year wasn't great, so this will be the first time. Hopefully it looks like this year's going to be a good one. Fingers crossed it will be. But yeah, this is the last of the potatoes. Everything else has been harvested. I've just got to harvest the little chilies off the chili plant over there, off 2 of them, and I'm all ready for the frost to come, so bring it on. So while I harvest these tiny little chilies, there's so many more flowers on the chili plants, but the chili, they won't survive the frost that is set to come. and I doubt it would grow any more chilies anyway, even though it's got flowers on it. And even if I did put it into a greenhouse, if I had one, it would still, I'd still have to hack it back. It's still too cold here. We get really, really, really cold winters out here in the open as well. I hope you are having a beautiful autumn. The sunshine today and all the other days has been just so delightful. I'm really looking forward to delving into more gardening now that life is opening up a bit more and it's not as busy. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. And I don't mention this, but if you could click on that like button and send me a comment below, it helps people see my videos. Also, sharing my videos really helps, and of course subscribing. See you all next time and take care.